What is going on, Hive Warriors? It's your boy Edward V, and today we're going to talk about why all diets fail. That's right, every single diet that you see out there is failing. But why? What's the key reason? What is the reason why someone can start a diet but then not get the results that they're looking for? And that's what we're going to tackle in this video. Stay tuned. Okay, before you start attacking me and saying that your specific diet is working, I would like to let you know that statistically, as a whole, it's not. Why do you say it's not working? Because back in 1990, the obesity level was only 11.2%. Fast forward to today, the obesity population level has increased to over 30%. And more diets have come out since 1990 to present time. But somehow, everyone collectively has gained more weight and has entered the spectrum of being considered obese. Thus, based on the statistics alone, all diets, every single one of them, have failed. Although the United States hold the highest obesity levels are high in other places too. The United States is followed by New Zealand, which is then followed by Australia, which is then followed by the UK, which is then followed by Canada. And then we move on to February of 2018, where a shocker of a published study came out. And this study had low fat versus low carbs. And the reason why this study is really important is because they were able to tackle a lot of the limitations that a lot of studies have. For example, a lot of studies have just a small amount of people, a small sample size, or they'll have a large amount of people, but a short time frame. This one was able to pull off both. It had over 609 participants, and it was a year-long study. So who's the winner between low carb versus low fat? It was a statistical tie. They tied. Now, if you look at most publications and most websites, they jumped on this. They said, hey, look, it doesn't matter if you do low fat, and it doesn't matter if you do low carb. But they are simplifying the results of this study. The reason why all diets fail, the reason why every single one of them are failing across the board, it's not because they don't work. Low carbs help you reduce insulin. Lower carbs and higher fats create less glucose in your body, also forcing your body to switch to ketones and to burn body fat as energy. And this has been medically proven. So why is this failing? It shouldn't, right? The number one culprit to diet failure is adherence. This is not telling you the story of why these specific diets aren't working the way they are. Results like this is just simply telling you a story of average people who go into a clinical trial and lack the ability to adhere to the diet that they were given. See, adherence is the key. There are over 1,000 diets that exist today. Yes, 1,000 different variations of dieting. The diet industry has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. Everyone is trying to tell you the new way to diet. One big emphasis that I've always put on this channel and with intermittent fasting itself is to never, ever, ever, ever restrict the type of food that you would want to eat. Are there other foods that can help you enhance what you do? Yes, but the goal should always be for you to do something for the rest of your life. Because even if you do something just to hit a goal, you will relapse if you just use that tool to hit a goal. There are a lot of people that think that, hey, I can just get to this weight. When I get here, I can stop all this and then do what I was doing before. But just think of how ridiculous that sounds. What you were doing before had you over here. So if you get yourself over here and then you go back to what you were doing before, what makes you think that it's not going to bring you back to where you were before? Hey, I'm just going to do intermittent fasting for 3 months and see if I can get my weight down. And then what are you going to do after those 3 months? Just eat clean? No, you're going to relapse. You're going to go back to the way you were eating before. And it's going to bring you back to the weight that you had before. Diets don't work and don't succeed because it is nearly impossible for someone to follow them. Now, you can interject different diets if you want, but you have to have a catalyst. You have to have something, an anchor that keeps you restricting your calories, that keeps you losing weight, that keeps you lean, that keeps you in the range that you're always looking to stay. That catalyst, that anchor, is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting isn't a diet. It is simply a window of when you eat versus a window of when you don't eat. That's it. Because intermittent fasting does not restrict one from eating anything specific, yes, you may be able to enhance it by eating specific foods. But if you do not simply restrict yourself, you can go between different diets. You can even get off your diet. You can do so many things while still utilizing intermittent fasting. And your body actually can adjust to switching over from eating to not eating. See, these studies aren't proving that the core of diets don't work. Diets are normally very simple. They create many variations, but most of it is touching on eating less calories so that you could expend more energy, i.e. calories, and you could lose more weight. Remember, weight loss and fat loss can correlate, but they can be mutually exclusive, as weight loss can mean so many different things and fat loss means one thing: losing body fat. You might be saying, if it's all about the calories, then why do intermittent fasting? One, intermittent fasting helps you actually maintain that calorie deficit because it is forcing you to eat all of your calories in such a small amount of time. So in terms of the time window, it is creating better calorie management for you by default. Number two, intermittent fasting tackles body fat burning and burns body fat over all other parts of your body. So it's more predominantly focused on burning the body fat, as it is important to have body fat be the predominant reason why your weight is coming off your body. Don't be fooled by simply losing water weight, by releasing glycogen, by losing some muscle. Those things aren't the actual goal. The actual goal is not weight loss, it's always been fat loss. And that's why incorporating intermittent fasting into your lifestyle can actually help you do that massive change that you need to lose the weight. But then it does that extra bit. It gives you the ability to adhere to the regimen. And that crucial part, that last bit, that when everything is said and done, when the dust has settled, that crucial part is the difference between lifetime success and short-term success. And I want to thank my patrons from my Patreon, and I'm going to put their names right up here.